Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the Set List of Life with the current bandmates of Dolly For Sue. Tonight we have with us Aaron on guitar.
Hello, hello.
Kirsten on the keyboard.
Hello.
Special guest Susan on tambourine.
Oh, what's up, what's up?
Yeah. And I'm Leslie, your vocalist for this evening. Our song for tonight, because Susan is here as our special guest, is That's What Friends Are For by Dionne Warwick.
There you go.
Yeah.
In good times and in bad times.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'll be on your side forevermore.
Okay, here she goes with
Yeah.
the...
No,
Yeah. Good
That's
stuff.
what friends are for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, let's just start. I gotta launch
There's
right
a
in
lot,
because
man.
I'm
There's
so
a lot.
curious.
Yeah.
So Kirsten went to Dublin.
Wait, I don't
And
know that we
Portugal.
have a sound. Do we?
Do we have a sound for
It's
tidbits?
been a long time.
What is the tidbit sound?
I don't think we have it.
I
Do
don't
we
think I
have
have
it?
There
it.
we go.
Leslie has her own sound, but I don't.
I think it's always been
All right.
All
Oh,
right,
time for tidbits.
very
With
nice.
Kirsten.
there we go.
Is
I'm
it bad?
for
I'm having
tidbits.
like a Saturday Night Live episode, like where they're talking about sweaty balls.
sweaty
I don't know
balls,
why.
yeah.
Right.
Everything
Yes.
about this, the way you guys are.
You have to.
And I'm
no,
like,
but
what is happening?
now that you hear your voice
Yes.
on the microphone,
It's so-
right.
you just
sultry.
want to, listen to yourself.
This is why I always wanted to be a singer, because I like to hear my own voice.
It's fun on the microphone. I don't normally like to hear my own voice at all.
And you're the
but-
character. It's
Yeah.
your character that's coming out as the women on
She's
Saturday
like,
Night Live.
oh.
Yes, I can hear
Sweaty
it.
balls.
You're all,
Am I Kristen
Hilarious.
Wig? Or
Yes,
who am
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna find
Kristen
it.
Wig.
wait.
find
First
it
of all,
later.
Aaron is wearing.
I can't unhear sweaty balls now. I can't
I know.
unhear it.
You're welcome.
Nice.
And
Susan.
Aaron's wearing a light colored shirt.
I
Oh
am.
my goodness,
I
Aaron,
am.
you're
I'm
so
not dark.
springy
Yeah, I'm
today and
trying.
cheerful. Look
Okay.
at that.
So wait, Dublin. Okay,
Dublin.
let me just preface this
Yeah.
by saying you've been sending a lot of very cryptic
Indeed.
texts.
Indeed.
So like you got to spill
Explain
the tea.
yourself.
So I think the best. So I was in Dublin, and then we flew to Portugal. And
And you were a stowaway on a train. I don't
I
mean
was
to jump
a
ahead.
stowaway on a train.
Okay, just making sure.
So-
Go ahead, keep going.
So we went to southern Portugal after Dublin, the Algarve region, and which is normally it's gorgeous. It was 50 degrees and raining our whole trip, and southern Portugal is beachy and sun and fun, and it wasn't really.
It
that.
was not okay.
But it was still a beautiful area, great food. We loved it. We did lots of fun things. But the last 2 days we were going back to Lisbon because my youngest son is a big soccer fan, and we bought football tickets to the Benfica game.
Right.
Okay.
And anyway, and the crazy thing is they switched the time of the game. So we pre-purchased our plane or our train tickets to go to Lisbon from Faro. And a week before, Kevin gets an email and it's like the game time has changed. And so we had to change our train tickets. And so he changes them and he checks and double checks. Well, it turns out, you know, how sometimes they write the calendar differently.
Oh no.
So Thursday kind of looks like Friday.
Oh no.
So we, you know, everything's fine. So we're super excited because we upgraded to first class for like €6 a person, like super cheap. We get on the train. Nobody checks our tickets. Their tickets are on our phones. And we settle into our like big, comfy, cozy chairs and, you know, the big picture windows. And we're like, oh, this is awesome. This is so luxurious. And we're relaxing. And this very handsome man gets on the train. It's like we're the first stop. So a couple stops later, the train's pretty empty and people start filling up. People start, you know, Lisbon's the capital. And this very nice looking man comes on the train and he comes up to my husband. He's like, you're in my seat. And Kevin's like, no, I'm 56B, like right here. It's on my phone. And we realized that he booked the tickets for Thursday and it's Friday.
Oh no.
So we're like, be cool.
Be cool.
And so it's still not that busy. We're like, oh, we'll just move to another seat. Nobody has kicked us out of our seats yet. So he moves over, but we're like, we need to come up with a plan.
Right.
And I'm like, maybe nobody else will get on the train and we can just, you know, like it'll be okay. But at this point, we're in the middle of Nowheresville in like Portugal, like we stop at these little towns that are teeny tiny.
So they didn't even they didn't check for
They
you to
didn't
get
check.
on?
No,
or
they didn't
nothing?
check. So I
Okay,
mean, we didn't
fair
do it
enough.
on purpose.
Well, no.
And we weren't really stealing because we had paid for the day before. So which is how I managed my guilt. So
How I managed my guilt.
Only Kirsten.
I know.
Only Kirsten.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, I know. Just seeing them caught. Stop the train. Get off.
No.
Get off right here.
So anyway, so this train starts to fill up and we're getting kind of nervous and we have these big heavy bags and I put mine in the baggage right when you get on the train, but my husband, he's like, no, I'm going to he puts all of ours on top and now there's people sitting there.
Oh,
So-
right.
So we're like, we don't want to get too far away from our bags. And we're trying to be cool. And so we're like, let's go to the bar car. So we go to the bar car and there's people sitting and there's some guys playing cards. So we're like, oh, people just hang out here. We'll just stay here.
Right.
And
Works.
and there's one lady and that, she's the lady that works there is kind of like giving us the eye. Well, not at first, but after we're there for a really long time. We're there in the bar car for like 2 hours.
Oh,
And finally, my husband, he's trying to download tickets online, but it says you can't book them on the train, which I think means you can't book them with the train on the train. I'm like, why? Anyway, but he's having
probably
trouble.
can't book them because you're on it.
You're on the train.
the train is currently moving.
Right. Yeah,
And we were like, we don't know what to do.
that time has passed.
We don't know who to ask. We're just trying to lay low.
You figure you could just play dumb American,
Right.
right?
What?
Worst case scenario,
Yeah.
you're just like,
I don't understand Friday.
Sprechen
in
Sie
Portuguese.
Deutsch? Or,
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Good.
No entiendo. Yeah. So anyway, so he's trying to book us tickets. He's looking, what's the next stop? Okay, we have 20 minutes to the next stop. I'm going to try to book a ticket for the next stop. But then you have to enter all your passport information. And then he would get right before he's hitting send and he'd get kicked out. And he did 3 times. And finally he books tickets and we're like, oh, okay, he books tickets and it's the next stop, it's 15 minutes away. We're like, okay, we just have to just lay low
Cool
for 15 minutes. And the coffees are tiny in there. And I ordered a cappuccino and I'm pretending I'm still drinking it. So I have a reason to be in the bar car.
Hilarious. This is
I have so many Kirsten stories that's pretty much follow
yes.
so many of them.
not
Yes.
surprised.
Yes.
There's no reaction. Let me
All
just
of them.
say,
25
no
years as
reaction.
neighbors. Yes.
Yes.
I've got them.
Long time. Anyway, so we finally book it and we're like, oh, so we have 15 minutes. If we just hang tight for 15 minutes, we'll be okay. And then we realize the train is a half an hour behind. So we're like, shit, it's 45 minutes. We're like, oh. So we're still in the bar car and the lady that works at the bar is kind of looking at us like, yeah, are you really supposed to be here? And we're facing the window, so we're trying not to make eye contact with anyone. Just looking out the window in the bar car.
Can I just say, you're probably looking more guilty
Yeah.
trying not to
Right,
look guilty.
because we're nervous. We're nervous. And we look it up and I'm like, well, what's the worst that can happen? Portuguese jail? And
That's
Kevin
pretty
looks
bad.
it up. Yeah, that would be bad. But
would
Kevin
be
looks
bad.
it up and it's €100 fine per person. But there's 3 of us and we don't really want to pay 300
Right.
fine. So we're just hoping, we're like, okay, we just have to hang on till we get to whatever the stop was that we bought the ticket for. And so we passed that stop and we're like, oh. And 10 minutes later, the conductor comes through and is checking our phones. And I'm still pretending like I'm drinking my cappuccino because I just can't stop at this point. And he checks our phones and he's like, okay. And walks through and, but we
and
still.
that was that.
Well, so,
That was that.
but the funny thing that wasn't really that because our seats were in car 12, and the tickets we bought were car 87.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
good Lord.
And we don't really know what direction to go.
Right.
And it's kind of hard. I mean, you can walk through the train, but you don't want to walk through 87 cars.
So at this point, how much time is left in the trip?
It's like an hour. So we just stayed in the bar for an
basically,
hour.
I was going to say, you've already been in the bar for 2.
We just stayed there. And we were just thinking that nice lady didn't report us.
Well, you had tickets.
We did have
Oh,
tickets.
yeah.
But if they would have said, go back to your seat, we'd be like, we don't know where that is.
I'm just having a hard time believing that you were drinking cappuccino the whole time and that you were in a bar
Yeah.
in Portugal.
Well, it was 10 a.m.
It was
hasn't
10
stopped you
a.m.
Yeah, it hasn't stopped me before. Susan's known me a long time. Well, because at this point, we're already so confused that
Yeah.
we can't afford to be
No,
any more
that's true.
confused.
That's true.
So anyway, it was an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
So we were basically hobos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was my excitement for spring break.
Yay.
How about you?
How about you? I had
you
no
stow away?
excitement. I did not stow
Stow in
away.
any trains?
No, I had no. I had nothing to add spring break wise. It was rather boring, but that's okay.
Were you home?
I was home most of the time,
All
and
right.
then we ventured to Penn State for a couple of days. But other than that, I can't say we stowed away or had any ticket issues.
No illegal.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No. Well. Okay. No. Nothing. Nothing
think
that I
about
can
that.
talk about on the podcast illegal.
All right. Did you have spring break? Your kids have spring
Currently.
break last week? Oh, this week.
Yes.
Are they enjoying themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday was Camden's birthday.
Oh, I know. Yeah, happy
So
birthday.
yesterday was pandemonium. But yeah, so far it's been.
Now,
Excellent.
Susan, are you on spring break?
I'm always on spring break.
Always.
'cause
I
I'm,
see. I like where your head's
That-
at.
yeah.
I'm an
That's all
empty
right.
nester, so every day.
She's just
Every day's
rubbing it in.
spring break.
She's like,
I've
oh,
just
we
been
don't have to do that
sneering it in her
anymore.
face.
I have
Yes.
so much time left.
No.
Yeah. And Leslie, so I was a late, I don't know, elderly
What do they
mother.
what do they call
A
us when
mother
we were
of
pregnant?
advanced maternal age.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was the worst. Like
Yeah.
when you're going
Leslie
in.
was too, and she had braces.
I did. But that was another story. But yeah, I was 42 when I
was
had
41.
my
Oh, yeah. I
and
remember.
when we had our surprises.
Yes.
Surprise.
Yep. Surprise.
And but like you go in and I had my other 2 kids in my 30s, so I wasn't feeling that old, but you go in and they're like, "Oh, you're of advanced maternal age,
you
and
need
they-
all the
and-
tests.
and you need all the tests," and you're like, "Really?" Because I don't know. I think I'm okay.
I'm
but
fine.
They make you feel really bad about.
We need to check you.
Geriatric. Like
Why are you pregnant
you
at
have no
42?
business having a baby at your age.
Anyway.
Who do you think you are?
Yes. No. I thankfully am an empty nester. So
Oh, there you go.
She's
I-
living life.
But I haven't gone on a fun spring break. I think I need one.
There you go.
I'm in
You gotta-
South Riding. Actually, this is my spring break, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
Wow. South
All right.
Carolina. I know.
We need to
I'm
talk off air.
highfalutin Right here.
Yeah.
All right. So there's the question. So where would you go for your ideal spring?
Oh, that's such a
break?
loaded question. My goodness.
And it
I
could
don't
be with or
know.
without friends or family. It could be just solo.
Golly. Well, we did a big trip last year, similar to what Kirsten was talking about. So we were in Ireland, Italy, and Amsterdam, and so I love Italy. So the
Italy's
food
got
and the
good food.
wine regions, and the people. It's magical. So I would
Leslie's
go back
married
to
to someone.
Italy.
It's true.
It's true.
You got yourself an Italian man.
She didn't mean to. I
A
didn't
long
mean to.
time ago.
There was a language issue. A bus and
Right.
yeah, but it's all cleared up now.
Oh, good.
I'm sure he has
He's
a family.
still probably a little angry.
He could still be angry, but I'm sure he has a family. I'm sure they've moved on.
I don't know. You're hard to get over.
Such a great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She was a foreign exchange
I was going
student.
to say I'm
and-
missing some big part of the story. I think.
and I'm we
We
told
have
the
Yeah.
story.
We
Yeah.
discussed this on the
But,
podcast.
we'll give you the quick,
Okay.
and
The quick of the quick.
recap.
I was a foreign exchange student in college.
Uh-huh.
And we lived with, that's back when you lived with a family.
That's right, yeah.
Now they have campuses and stuff, which
Oh.
with like linen service,
Oh, wow.
which is pretty awesome. But we lived with a family and very typical of the way I do things. I went to Italy, not speaking any Italian, thinking, I'll pick it up. You know,
How hard is it?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
it'll be good.
Mamma mia. It's fine.
We'll figure this out too. And I ended up being engaged to the son of the family. I didn't know that I was until the end of the trip when I tried to leave.
They were angry.
Wow.
How dare you?
Yes.
So that must have been some good Italian you learned.
Yeah. The language of love.
That's right.
But no, that was the long and short of that one. But I did leave. I left him behind and
Brokenhearted.
brokenhearted, angry,
and angry.
chasing a bus down the street. Just drive faster. Anyway,
The whole family.
whole-
until
Yes. Throwing meatballs at you.
Same.
shreddy balls.
Yes.
Sweaty
Yes.
balls.
It all
Yeah,
came
it
back.
all
There
comes
it is.
back. She's bringing it back. Susan
know,
has
full
a talent
circle.
for this.
this is your first podcast,
and she's already bringing it back.
She knows how to bring it around.
All right. I like it.
Perfect.
Yeah, excellent.
Perfect.
It's
Well,
very good.
oh, go ahead. You have another
So
tidbit?
I do have another tidbit.
Go keep going with the tidbits.
All right. So I have
Okay.
some tidbits.
We need a
So
sound.
I don't have my own sound.
We need a sound.
All right, we'll
Maybe
pick a
Leslie's
sound.
sound.
Get a peck sound.
Well, give her the story sound. No,
That's too long.
Maybe not that.
just give her the story sound.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's
More
so nice.
tidbits with Kirsten.
It's like you should be walking on clouds.
I know,
With
right?
unicorns or something.
Yeah, the fairy duster.
There you
The fairy
go.
dust. So when we were in Dublin, we booked a tour. We did some fun tours. We did like a food tour where you stop and have like you walk around the city. But my husband found this tour and it wasn't a ghost tour. We did it in the daytime, but it was like, I don't know, like grisly things that happened. I don't know. It was some kind of, it was like a ghost tour, like a gory, grisly, awful things that happened in Dublin. We're like, okay,
Yeah. Why not?
These are
Sign
the
me up.
worst things that have
Right.
happened
Let's
in
have
Dublin.
some Jameson first.
Yeah, exactly. So we had, and it was a private tour. I didn't know that until we got there. And it was this Irish guy that he dressed like a traditional, he kind of looked like Sir Topham hat or like, he had like
Sir
like,
That is not where I thought you were gonna go. Sir, I was like Sir Elton John, Sir whatever. Sir Topham hat.
Topham hat.
You know, Sir Topham hat.
We can always count
he
on
had a
Kirsten
bowler.
to
Yes.
bring out the kid reference.
Yeah, sorry.
The Wiggles, the Sir Topham hat.
I just spent way too much time. It's really all I got. That's all I have left. But anyway, it's pretty interesting. And he was telling us, like, we stopped by this house and he's like, this is where this woman, her husband thought she was obsessed by the changelings. And he explained what the changelings are. And it's like this Irish folklore. And so he killed his wife back then they thought that was like a good reason. We're like, oh, well, changeling. What are you going to do? But anyway, and so then we go down this beautiful, nice street. And he's like, yeah, like, I don't know when it was, the 1800s. He's like, this used to be the wealthiest street in Dublin where all the dignitaries lived. And they all had young girls that worked for them during the week. And the young girls all got paid on Friday. And they lived down the hill. And we're walking down the hill. And there was this guy back then. And you can look this up. I looked it up. It's a real thing. His name was Billy in the Bowl.
Billy in the Bowl.
Billy in the Bowl.
Oh.
Okay.
And so Billy in the Bowl was born with no legs, and this is where they had wheelchairs. So they made this iron bowl that he sat in,
Right.
and he pulled himself around by his arms.
Right.
So he had like freakishly strong arms.
Yeah.
So they didn't put wheels on this bowl?
No,
it was
there's
just a bowl.
Skis or some metal. Poor Billy was just like
Yeah, with a heavy bowl, nonetheless.
heavy iron bowl.
Let me add some more weight while you're
Right, yeah.
knuckling
So-
your way through
So
town.
he had he had like Popeye arms.
Yeah, so he had Popeye arms. So like
Okay.
they show, I mean, there's like, anyway, there's some cartoon drawing and he has these huge arms. And apparently he was very good looking. He had piercing blue eyes and wavy black hair. And anyway, so the girls would come out, off work Friday. They just gotten paid. And Billy would be like, hey, miss, can you help me? Anyway, so all of these young women turned up dead. There were like 25 women that were killed. And there's, they were trying to figure out what was going on.
Who done it?
It was Billy. It was Billy in the Bowl.
How did he kill him using a bowl?
He strangled them.
Oh, because he had
Big-
really strong
He had
arms.
really strong arms from pulling himself around in the bowl.
But how did he get to their necks?
So he would say, ma'am, can you help me? And they'd be like, oh, poor Billy, I'll help you. And then when he'd bend down, he would strangle them and then steal their jewelry.
Ankles.
Yeah.
Oh, he would steal. I was going to say, what was the point of strangling them? That to steal their jewelry?
It's to steal their jewelry and all their money.
Wow.
And then, so they didn't catch him. So he'd been doing this for a really long time.
25. That's
That's a
It's
lot.
a lot.
That's,
Speaking of serial killers.
I was going to say serial killer wise, that's a high number.
That's a very high number.
When you figured Jack the Ripper, one of the most famous serial
it's
killers, I
only
think it was like
7
if
or
that.
6.
Yeah.
I did the Jack the Ripper tour in London, by the way, too. I've been
course you did.
I'm all on the serial killers lately, but you know that.
where it was
Kind
kind
of
of
my
us are
thing.
surprised.
Yeah, well, my whole Hadeen.
She's getting ideas.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm
still eyeing up that
voted
room back
most
there
likely to be
with
the
a
serial
plastic
killer.
lining.
yeah.
Um,
She has a tarp in the basement. Just so
I
you're
do
aware.
actually. I have a rolled up rug in there.
Yeah, we know.
You don't want to know.
No.
You don't look.
She has been voted most likely to be a serial
That was
killer.
yeah.
But
When
by
did that
us.
happen?
By,
Oh,
yeah.
Was that a new superlative I haven't heard of?
Yeah.
It was high
just
school award.
Yeah.
High school.
It's in the yearbook.
You going up
It's
there?
probably not the worst high school award I got.
Gosh.
But anyway. But anyway, Billy and the Bull. So he got bold and he tried to kill 2 women at once. He thought.
He got bold?
What is that?
B-O-L-D.
Oh,
I know, it's
B-O-L-D.
confusing.
Oh, sorry. Bad choice of words.
They did not-
Billy and the Bull
They didn't.
got.
Like, did he
His
beat him
mode
with
of
his own?
transportation
Yeah.
was not verb. She just chose the wrong word.
I chose the wrong
It took
word.
me a second too, Susan.
No.
It wasn't
Yeah,
you. It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
you.
Okay. All right.
Billy and the Bull made a poor choice.
There you go. He got, yes.
He got bold.
He got too big for his bowl.
He got too big for his bowl.
And he decided.
And he decided to go to try to strangle 2 women at once. Like, he
Too
said,
much to handle.
Wow.
too much to handle, and they got away.
Yep.
And
That's how
they
he's
were
caught.
like,
That was
Billy
his
and the Bull
demise.
tried to kill us.
Yeah.
And they were like, Billy and the Bull. Like, Billy can't even, he's just,
He's in a bowl.
he's in
for
a
God's
bowl.
sakes.
What's, yeah. So they didn't believe them,
Right.
but the police went and checked out, and they took Billy out of his bowl, and it was full of jewelry and money.
Oh. So he was sitting on the jewelry.
He was sitting on all the jewelry. Yeah.
Please tell me there were like blankets or something.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
I think there's a hidden compartment actually in the bowl somehow.
There's like some spare,
Which made the bowl even heavier
change
for
at
the
the
love
bottom of the
Pete,
bowl. I
right?
know, right? So
Wow.
I thought that was probably the most interesting story.
That is a
That is-
very,
yes.
That's a good tidbit right there.
that was great.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, thanks to Jason at his tour company. He was excellent.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But yeah, we had a food tour, and we had Guinness, and I had Guinness stew, which is so Susan's very, very Irish.
Very, very Irish. I've been to Ireland like lots of times, so
And
I
she
miss it. I'm
has
jealous.
a lot of
Everybody
she's had a
says
lot of
that.
St.
Yeah,
Patrick's
they're
Day parties.
the most hospitable people on the lands, right? Like they're just kind, and they'll invite you into their house, and it's good music, good
Yeah.
alcohol. It's all good.
We did see a dancing show, like
Oh.
a singing and dancing show.
Yeah, cool.
And I love the Irish dancing. That's cool.
That is
That's
cool.
no joke.
Like their little legs are flying. And
They have an
I
Irish
can do
dancing
that.
school here.
we should do it.
They do. It's called the Boyle School of Dance, and it's Irish dancing.
Can you do it as an adult?
I'm sure you can, although I don't think it's going to be as graceful, perhaps, or.
Well, no, I would like to do
but
that.
it's got to be great exercise.
You've done some Irish dancing on St. Patrick's Day.
I've tried.
I don't know if I could do the ankle stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't
like
know how
they
they're-
like waggle their feet. Like
I
when
know they waggle
you know what
their
I mean?
feet.
That looks
And
yeah,
their bodies stay straight. It's so fascinating.
it is fascinating.
Yeah, I love it.
I tried to get my daughter to do it when she was little, and she just looked at me like I was on some kind of drug. She's like, "Yep."
Well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, not happening.
Yeah,
That's not
nobody in my family wanted
I'm
to
in that
Irish
group.
dance either.
Yeah.
I
why
really
would
don't
you?
understand it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't look appealing at all in any way whatsoever. I think it's kind of weird.
Fascinated?
I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Your arms?
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, arms! It's like the opposite of Billy and the Bull.
I know, right?
arms.
The I know.
Well, there it
And then
is.
Arms,
Irish
no
dancing
legs. I
is
know.
no arms, all legs.
Nice
Yeah.
observation.
Maybe that's what made him so angry. Maybe it was the dancing just thrown in his face all the time.
Maybe.
Oh, but he was, yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe.
He couldn't Irish dance, so
Yeah.
Right. So,
So you might
Kills
as
you for
well,
your jewelry.
You know, exactly.
right. So, Billy.
Billy.
So we look up Billy in the Bowl.
Okay.
I will.
All right.
I have to see a picture now. I'll have to look that up.
I can find one.
Perfect. Oh,
So
she's
that was, yeah.
You have a picture?
Oh, well, on my phone.
Is he carrying your wallet now, do you?
Yeah.
It's a picture.
It's like, you know, you're something to aspire to.
he's next level.
Yeah.
I want my own bowl.
I really do
if
not
I
want
see
a
you
bowl.
sitting in a bowl anywhere,
Just say, I know what she's up to.
I know what she's
Don't
doing.
fall for
me.
it.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it.
She answers the door next week in
like,
a bowl.
I'd be like, no.
I'm not getting close to you tonight. All right.
You're sitting on the far end of this teeny tiny table
With your bowl.
with your bowl.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know what, guys? We are in April.
Yeah.
I have to ask, did anybody do or receive an April Fool's joke this year?
Oh.
No, I forgot all about it.
No.
I know.
Like
No?
it came and went.
Came and went.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, my family, we're big
Oh,
April
on this.
Fool's
That's
joke.
shocking.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We love the April
Yeah,
Fool's
that's
jokes.
So what happened?
Well, this year we did. I didn't actually get to pull one because no one was around. Like everybody was gone. So I didn't actually. But I can tell you about ones we've done
yeah, tell
in
us.
the past. Actually, there's two.
Inspire us.
I will inspire you. Well, I have to start with my dad. My dad loves. It must be his favorite holiday. He
really?
Besides
loves.
Pop Eve.
Besides Pop Up. Well, I mean, come on, Pop Up
Right,
Eve is
right.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
quintessential.
Her dad has his own holiday.
That's my father's own holiday.
Smart. Yes.
Well, you
Good
know,
for
we
him.
should all. Speaking of aspiring to things,
Yeah.
but he loves April Fool's Day, and like when we were kids, I mean, he used to just torture the crap out of us. Like, so for like one example, our bus came right to our driveway. Like the whole neighborhood got on the bus at our driveway.
Right.
And so, and of course, we were always late because it was in our driveway, right?
Yeah, right.
So, my dad would like an hour early would start flicking on all the lights and just going, "The bus is here! The bus is here!" And we'd all be sitting up going, "What? Oh no!" And we're throwing on clothes and we're like, go out and it'll still be dark. And we're looking at each other like, where is everybody? And he'd be laughing his ass off.
my
Like
gosh.
that's his kind of humor. Or like he took one of my one year.
That's
2
actually
a.m. They're like,
One year we used to have, and I think I may have told this one, but no, I told you that guys about this picture window when we did the corning.
Yes,
right.
yes,
All the
yes.
houses in the
Oh.
neighborhood had those big front picture windows, gigantic
yeah.
picture windows.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they go like when you're inside the house, the bottom of the picture window is only like a foot off the ground. And one time he's like yelling up for all of us to come to the family room, like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And as soon as we got there, he's like, get down, get down. So we all had to get in our stomachs. And he's like, okay, you just really slowly. And we stomach crawled all the way to the window. He's like, you got to see this, but if you're going to scare it, if you don't like, you know, and so we're like, okay. It takes us like 10 minutes to crawl across the floor. And we get to the window and he'd taken like one of my stuffed animals and like stuck it in the front yard. Like that's his sense of humor. So anyway, we're pretty
That's
big.
terrible.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's an awful story.
And then one year,
What a letdown.
Yeah, exactly. Well, one year, when I was living in Philadelphia, one of my brothers also lived in Philadelphia, and I had a housing crisis, and I had left a lease and thought I could move into my new lease, but
This wasn't the snakes, was it?
no, but I couldn't. So I had to bunk with him for like a month, which ordinarily doesn't sound terrible, but he was newly married, new baby, had a cat. I had a dog. They lived in this teeny tiny townhouse of like 2 bedrooms. So it was not the best situation for a month. But anyway, they were very sweet and kind and let me stay. And he didn't realize. So the day I moved out was April Fool's Day, and he didn't catch on. So he left for work, and I went and moved all my stuff in, and then I called him and I was like, Russ, I hate to do this to you, but they told me it's going to be another month before I can move into the apartment. And he was like, and you could tell, like, I could just tell he was just like, shit. But he was like, it's okay, Liz. We'll figure it out. And I was like, April Fool. Like we like to torture each other. But anyway, so
Kind of mean.
it is. It's a little mean.
Please, no.
And yet so funny. But I heard of two that my family did not do.
Oh, yeah?
That I thought were pretty brilliant. One was actually Cottonelle. And they came
Cottonelle?
out with an ad,
The toilet paper?
the toilet paper for left-handed toilet paper.
That works.
Really?
And it was like,
What side of the world do you put that on?
yeah, exactly. But we were
Right?
talking
We were
about the
just
toilet
talking
paper.
about
This
toilet
is
paper.
left-handed
This
toilet
is
paper.
the kind of stuff we
But
talk
it was
about.
an actual ad, and they were like, finally a toilet paper made just for me. And then Burger King came out with Whopper flavored toothpaste
Ew.
for those people who loved Whoppers so much they didn't want the taste to leave their mouth.
Yeah.
That is not me.
Yeah. But I was like, these are great. Like, I wish that was,
Do you remember was it Burger King that had a bacon flavored ice cream? Remember that?
oh God, no.
Bacon flavored sundae? I don't think that was April Fool's. I think it was a real thing for a while.
That was a real thing.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been, but I think it was.
Oh, no. Oof.
No, just me.
No.
I didn't try it.
Yeah, but bacon on sweets can, like, have you ever had a bacon donut? Have you ever had one of those? They're good.
No,
It's like
A duck-
bacon
duck donut?
and
Or sweet
chocolate.
bacon.
those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the sweet and salty
Sweet and
thing.
salty.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Not
But
my thing.
donut, maybe. Ice cream, no.
No.
Yeah, just it's a no for me.
Yeah. It's a hard no.
It's a
yeah.
no.
Hard
It's a
no.
No.
But no, I think it was a thing. Just Google it.
Well, and
When you Google Billy in the Bowl,
A lot to
apparently,
Google tonight.
there's a lot.
We
'Cause
always
no
have
one
homework.
believes
There's
this is
lots
real.
of homework.
Yeah.
yeah, but apparently the commercial for the Whopper flavored toothpaste went. So the gentleman was saying how he loved the taste of a Whopper so much that he didn't want to brush his teeth, and therefore his wife left him because he didn't brush his teeth. And then of course they came out with Whopper flavored toothpaste.
And she still left him.
And she comes back in the commercial. She comes back with suitcases in hand, and she goes, "Smells like a Whopper in here. Did you brush your teeth?"
Okay.
See, good commercial. So we got to come up. I'm
I
going
don't
to
want to
say,
kiss somebody with Whopper breath. I just don't.
oh God,
Yeah.
no.
Sounds awful.
They do have Whopper flavored Doritos. That's
They
a real
do?
thing.
Oh, really?
That's a real
Is that
thing.
like one of
Whopper
those
flavored
things that
Doritos.
came and went, like a marketing thing? Or
Nah, I don't know.
doesn't
I don't
sound
know.
good?
Like I could have one
I would try it.
and I'd be good. Like,
Well,
all right.
But if I can get my hands on a bag, I'll bring it for taste testing.
Yes. So, Susan, sometimes we do taste testing.
And we're not doing
As a
bacon
second.
flavored
and
ice cream,
product
I'm guessing.
testing
and
as well.
product testing.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
And we give our thoughts. And we've had pum fu
Yes.
Oh.
and salmon jerky.
Well, pum fu is pumpkin tofu, basically made out of pumpkin seeds.
Oh.
Pum fu.
Yeah,
No, thanks.
that's no. It's in,
I'll skip that.
yeah.
Let's not do that tonight.
That was
Yeah.
pretty much our reaction as well.
Yeah. I wasn't there that day. I missed all
I know
the
you
bad
missed the
stuff.
pum fu.
Yeah.
But
Leslie make drinks one night.
oh yeah, we made
made-
cocktails.
We made cocktails, a little mixology class.
That's a good one.
And we
do
played the grocery store game.
Yeah.
Where you go to the grocery store and you take a picture of something and then you make everyone guess
Guess
what it is.
By the way, avid set listeners, Susan was just wondering what the podcast was about.
Yeah.
we were
We're
like,
like, we really can't
Yeah.
explain it.
Very
quite
hard to
sure.
summarize this one. Yes.
It's hard to put this in a category.
Yes. I just needed a place to sleep tonight.
That's
That's all I needed.
Right. Susan just walked into this innocently and
Yep.
well,
now,
Now I know.
Now
Now
she
I know.
knows. Now you're
I
one of
love
us.
it. It's good. Why not?
It's a good time. So one of our listeners, Charlie,
Oh.
lives on the same lake as Susan.
Oh,
on Lake
hi, Charlie.
Kiwi. So
Yeah.
say hi to Charlie.
Charlie, come
Susan's
see
your
me.
neighbor.
Where does he live?
Charlie,
I don't-
Susan,
I don't-
Charlie.
So the only one who actually knows Charlie in real life isn't here tonight. So I don't know where he lives. But
We have a picture of him
We
with
do.
a
We
snack
have
dip.
with snack tips.
Oh, the snack divs. Yes.
All right,
But-
Charlie, meet me at the cabana Saturday, 4:00.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. This doesn't go out till Tuesday.
Look at us making people connections.
Well, the
Yeah.
next Saturday then.
Right.
Yeah.
Meeting
Yeah, the
neighbors,
following
meeting
Saturday. That's right.
neighbors.
So
Friends
if this
making
doesn't come
friends.
out to Tuesday, she's kind of catfishing Charlie right now. Just, I'm just saying.
That's right.
He's going to show up and be like,
Yeah.
what?
I can't believe she stood me
I
up.
know. She didn't come.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite shows, by the way. Catfish.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Oh, I
you
love
haven't?
that show.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Finn
You've
got
seen
me
it,
on that
Erin?
one.
Oh, it's
Everyone's seen
so
it but
bad.
me.
It's so bad. It's good.
Yeah.
Really?
You got to watch the Catfish.
Is it still? What's it on?
MTV. That's how you know it's good.
I have not watched MTV in probably 25 years.
No, you gotta
Since
watch
the
it.
real world. That's the
Since
last
Thriller
time I
came
watched. Since Thriller, yeah.
Since Thriller.
Yeah.
No, I used to watch a lot of MTV back in the day, but since the real world, that's like early 90s. I don't think I've watched it since.
Yeah.
And I loved like my music videos.
When MTV was MTV.
Yes. It was
We all
awesome.
did. We loved our music videos.
Although, so we didn't have cable, so I had to wait. I had to watch Friday night videos unless I went to my friend's house. Yeah.
Well,
So, which
no wonder you
sucked.
got most likely to be a serial killer in high school,
There's nothing left to do.
right? I
There's
mean,
nothing left to do. I was bored. It wasn't
that
my
would
fault.
send anyone over the edge.
Right.
I want your MTV.
Yeah.
I was so angry about my Friday night videos. Yeah.
Kirsten showing up in her bowl.
Right.
I want your MTV.
I want my MTV.
That's right.
Right. Right.
Yep.
And I've watched-
Singing Hey Deanie.
I've watched all the seasons of Blown Away.
I
The
don't
glass
even know what that
blowing-
is.
the glass blowing
oh,
show.
that's the
Yeah,
glass
yeah,
blowing show. Okay, well, that's why I don't know.
Okay, so
Susan's looking at her watch.
follow
Sorry,
up.
my sister's
Oh.
calling me, but
Oh.
I just sent her away.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah,
sorry,
she's
I'm
not allowed to join.
no.
sorry.
She
Yeah,
wasn't invited.
we don't do phone calls very well. So Leslie's been watching a glass blowing show, and none
Are
of
we
the rest
really
of us
talking
understand
about
it.
glass at this point? I don't know.
Susan's like, really? I'm not-
At this point, why
I'm in.
not?
All right, I'm in. Tell me about the glass blowing.
So
yes.
follow up question
that's our follow-up.
was
Sorry.
is you had watched season 1 and you were curious to see if the following seasons, if the contestants were as miserable as season 1, because season 1 was
They were awful.
awful to watch
Because
And-
they were stuck making a stupid face again.
right
Breaking
well,
glass and it was hot.
right. You just didn't like any of the people.
So,
I was
obviously,
like, I don't need to watch
season
this show. They make a
2
vase.
Get,
They make a
did you
vase.
I watched all of them now.
So,
because
obviously it
they're-
got better.
Let me just say
To
this
some
because
extent.
they're half-hour episodes, and like you don't have to watch the middle. You watch the beginning to see what the assignment is.
Okay.
And then you can
So you didn't
fast forward
actually
to read.
watch.
No, but I watch most of it. But
Do you come from a family of vase makers? Why? Like, what brought you into this series to
This
keep
is
watching?
Leslie.
Susan, nice to meet you.
I'm just wondering the catch for that one.
Leslie just is
something
into
I-
random stuff.
We were talking about like things we would like to do, and I was like, I'd really like to blow glass. I think that sounds really cool. And then
That does sound
I
cool.
found this. Well, it does sound cool till you watch someone do it, and you're like, it is not cool at all. It is the opposite of cool. And so anyway, the first season of the show, even the contestants were just like you couldn't even like anybody. Like they were all just miserable and like I don't know. But anyway, I think the
They learned their
creators of the
lesson.
of the series caught on
Okay,
and we're like, okay, we got to lighten this up a little bit, folks.
Yeah, right.
And so, yes, subsequent
Okay.
episodes and contestants much better.
Okay.
And
Okay.
some really actually
Lightened the
some
mood.
very, very cool art
Vases?
installation.
Vases?
No, not even vases. Because the
I
first
think it sounds
season,
like the most boring show in the world. Because like, they made a vase again.
The first
Again.
season,
Yeah,
they
again.
were insisting that everybody like actually blow. There's lots of glass sculpting and other things people do artistically with glass.
Well, globes. Like in my
Okay.
kitchen, we have the big globes that come down and they're
Yeah, but
Glass blown.
but you know, so the first season they were like, you know, you have to have actual blown glass, and then they were kind of poo-pooing the sculptural stuff. But I think they also learned from that. And so they kind of broadened the thing. But yeah, like I would say the subsequent seasons actually were really cool. Like the stuff people made was awesome. Very few vases.
Okay, good.
And the only goblets were like the Venetian kind, like they're really.
So what were some of the more cool objects that they
So
made?
one of my favorite episodes was they brought all these little kids in, and each kid had made a drawing.
Oh.
And they had to
Create.
sit down and collaborate with the kid and kind of, it wasn't supposed to be creating exactly what the kid drew, but like create something
Essence of it.
based on what the kid drew. Yeah. That one was really cool. Like this guy made a top hat. So this kid drew a snake that had a monocle and a top hat. Like a really kind of
Like Sir
fancy
Topham hat.
Sir Topham hat, but a snake version of Sir Topham hat.
Oh, even better.
So it all comes back to Sir Topham hat. So,
Bring it around.
And this guy made, and when I say like these sculptures are like 3-4 feet, like they're tall, they're like big. It's not just like a little knick-knack thing.
Okay.
And so he made the top hat, and the snake was kind of weaving in and out of the top hat, but the snake was unbelievable. Like the way he sculpted it out of glass, and just the way he had to assemble it and all that stuff. Like that was really cool.
Okay.
So I will say, maybe Kirsten, if you're looking for something to watch,
Skip season
she's
1.
making a face at me.
Go directly
But
to
skip season 1 and go directly to subsequent seasons.
Is there fighting or like
No, actually,
love triangles?
backstabbing.
Or
No,
something?
and most,
some kind
but
of
most of
grabbing.
their shows have that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
you need
no,
drama.
I think there's the glass blowing community
It's so miserable that you don't
is
need
very
to.
they bond. They're very supportive of one another. Because here's the other thing: you can't blow glass by yourself.
You can't?
No, you have to have at least 2 people, sometimes 3.
Oh, I had no idea. I didn't know it was a team sport.
You
It's
have
a
to-
team
like
thing.
a handler and
And yeah, you have to have people, the punter, which is not like kicking
brain is
punting,
going
in
so many
but
wrong
like
directions.
on the pole.
Yep.
Let's see. Here we go.
La 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 la.
Oh,
Sounds
okay.
like Aaron's sex games.
I know. Wait,
dun,
could
dun,
you-
dun.
That could be an event, glass blowing. You definitely don't want to do that naked
Punting
though.
pole.
Punting.
I
Anyway,
do not want to do that
you
naked.
don't want to punt naked.
I don't want to do it
That's-
at all, but
no.
especially not naked.
It's really hot. It is really hot in there. I mean, these are furnaces, and you constantly have to put the glass to keep it liquid.
yes,
and,
yes.
you know.
Okay.
I'm going on and on about my glass show. I'm the only one that's interested, but
Yeah.
I have to say, I've come back around. I was pro glass, then I was anti glass.
Right.
I'm back to the
Back
pro
to-
glass.
Okay.
That's
So-
all I'm
So
saying.
do you think you
Wow.
still want to do it or no?
I don't want to do it.
Okay.
But now
Okay.
I have a great respect for it, and I think it's really cool.
Okay. What do you want to do? What's your next activity?
What is my next activity?
you were gonna do
Leslie does a
ironwork.
lot of stuff.
I'm still. Well, I have another.
Because you turned wood.
I have another tournament this weekend. I'm still pickleballling right now.
She's a pickleball champ.
Yeah.
She's very good.
Whoa.
So I have another
Nice.
tournament this weekend. So until I stop winning
luck.
the hardware, Kirsten,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep bringing it. I'm gonna keep bringing it to your doorstep until you say I'm worthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have great respect for your pickleball.
Thank you.
And Christine is running a marathon.
I know
That's why she's not
Yeah.
here.
That's right. Yeah, we didn't even. I'm sorry, Christine. We
Sorry,
didn't
we
mention
had
you.
so
We're so
much-
excited about having
so much
Susan.
going on.
Well, I really want to follow up with her on that race. That race is just incredible.
Okay, so I didn't watch the documentary. Oh,
I haven't
doc-
watched it yet.
Duck
That's the duck.
quack.
Okay, follow up.
Follow up.
That's our follow up.
That's our follow-up button.
So what? These are called the Berkeley
The Berkeley
Marathon?
marathons.
yeah.
So okay, because I'm never gonna watch the
The documentary.
So
Okay.
like summarize because
Okay.
she wouldn't.
She's
Well, she
saying this,
actually
we had to
explained
watch
it quite well last time.
So I just don't
They're lost
understand
in
it
But
at all.
having seen it, now I understand exactly what she was talking about.
All right.
So it's 100 miles
Ooh.
and it's 5 rings, and the rings change slightly every year. And you have to go through it clockwise and then counterclockwise.
All 5 rings clockwise and all 5 rings counterclockwise.
So 1, 2,
Oh, back. So you
3,
back and forth,
4, and then if somebody makes it to the 5th ring,
right?
which seldom anybody ever makes it, because only
Whoa.
17 people have finished it since the 80s.
Wow.
Okay.
100 miles.
This past one, 2 weeks ago, was the first woman to finish the race.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the last ring, if that person makes it, they decide whether they want to go through it counterclockwise or clockwise. And the person racing against them, if they make it, has to go the opposite
way.
direction. Because most often I'm finding that the people who make it to the fourth ring, they're pairing up with somebody so they can kind of
Oh, gotcha.
buddy up and
Oh, they have
cheer each other on.
alliances.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, yeah.
kinda like,
right.
yeah.
But with the last ring, you can't rely. You have
You're
to, and it's
competing
not a marked.
against your
It's not a
ring.
marked course, and you're not allowed to have like anything on you.
So is there sleeping? Or is it just
No.
constant? No, there's
You
no
can sleep
sleeping.
for like an hour if you want to, but you have to make it under 60 hours. You have to make it under 60 hours.
That sounds awful.
So what? 4 hours for how long does it take to do a marathon? That's 26.2. So 100 miles
Well,
times that's
yeah.
60 hours.
Did they say it? They say it's more like 100 and I think he said 130 miles, I think,
Jeez.
because it's not actually like
Yeah.
It's hard,
Tracked.
probably. Yeah,
So-
it's hard to measure.
It's crazy.
Do they have
Do
to
they-
run the whole
woods.
time, or can they rest and?
they can rest. Once
Okay.
they get back to camp, they can rest. And they usually do rest for like a half an hour up at max, maybe a couple more to get nutrients and calories because they know
I
they're
need
going right back
a
out.
half an hour nap just to
And
get
there's
through
like
my day.
they go through all these briar patches, and then when they come back, their legs are like
Ripped
mauled.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
One guy couldn't feel his feet anymore. I'm like, oh my.
That sounds awful.
So, but it's just running though. Like you're not.
You can jog, you can
But
walk,
you're not, like,
but you got to move
climbing
though.
or building anything.
Some of the slopes are like when you go out to like power lines that go over mountains.
Yeah.
There is a trail that goes down. They go under a prison at one point. There's his map is crazy. There's a prison there, and underneath the prison runs this river. And then they go underneath this tunnel, underneath the river, and come out the other side. And there's books. And there's I think, 11.
There's books.
Well, no, because at the end, I'm like, imagine them get to the book. There are 11 books, and you get a number, obviously, at the beginning, and you have to rip your page out of the book. That way, when you get back to camp, you turn in those pages to make
so
sure
they
that
can
you've
prove
gone
that
to
you-
every checkpoint. And
That
the
sounds
admission
crazy.
is $1.60 or something like that. And then he usually asks for like, if he doesn't have enough white socks, he'll say, okay, this year everybody needs to bring socks. And
Right.
that's your admission. And it is, yes, his process is weird because you have to apply and there's a written essay that you have to do and all this other stuff. And you have to bring a license plate from your state. But he'll pick people that, yes, obviously he thinks can do that's a lot. But then
Right.
he'll also pick other people that, yeah, I'm going to give them a chance. Just
'cause
because you never
they
know.
want to. Yeah.
And
Wow.
who's the he? Who's this?
Where is it in Tennessee?
Yeah, in Tennessee. I can't remember his name.
So is he some kind of famous runner?
No.
Or
Well,
he's just
he
some
did,
dude.
He did run back in the day. He
Doing
was
April
back in the
Fool's
day.
jokes.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I
right.
was like, this is the worst April Fool's joke. You guys thought
Right.
I was mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out of like not a joke, but like, yeah, we're just gonna do this, and all of a sudden it started catching on, and he didn't expect it to, but now it's become this huge thing that it is the world's hardest race.
Wow.
People come from all over the world to do this race. It's weird.
Can't imagine why.
yeah.
It's like the Burning Man of
Yes.
marathons.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy who just finished this past 2 weeks, he's the only person to complete it for 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's got it down, obviously. But man, like the documentary's pretty impressive. I'm just like, wow, okay, like that's pretty wow. Just the whole story.
So Christine's not doing this. She's doing a
She's
regular,
just a regular marathon.
just a regular.
Yeah, she's
Just
doing it
a
right
regular-
now.
Like Leslie's
Oh,
just
whatever.
pickleballing.
Yeah.
Not to poo-poo
Yeah.
that. That's a big deal. She poo-pooed I was joking. I was joking. I didn't mean to.
know.
I've always supported your pickleballing
You've
career.
never. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, she used to. We're like hitting all the
Episode
old
76,
highlights.
the
Leslie
end.
is used to be on the Olympic bobsledding team.
I did not make the team.
The
Let's
Olympic-
clarify.
did you go down the bobsled track
Yes.
Yes.
in
I've
Lake
done
Placid,
that.
New York?
Yes.
That's where my dad's from. So we've been down
Oh.
it. I mean, not in the way that you went down it, but
Yeah.
as the little guest going on the guided tour.
Is it really fast?
It's fast. Yeah. It's
loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really loud.
Cool. Well, so 2 people at this table have been on a bobsled.
See,
have.
look at
How
that,
about
you guys. You guys better start stepping it up.
I know. Hey, Erin, how are we going to get on a bobsled? I don't know.
We'll make it happen.
I'll take
We'll
my
make it. We'll make it happen.
All right. All right. Yeah.
Fair
Gotta
enough.
do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's one in Salt Lake City too, so you guys
Oh.
now have 2 options.
Oh, okay.
There used to only be the one. Now there's
That would make sense.
2.
Yes, that makes sense.
Didn't
There's
you do it
only
in Salt Lake
2?
City?
Well, I helped.
That's where you trained.
Yeah, no. Where I trained.
Yeah.
I trained in my living room with milkshakes, trying to put on 20 pounds.
So
No.
you have to be
Yeah, you have to be a certain weight
sturdy.
to be on the bobsled team. But the what was I saying? Oh, I did not. No, I was working. My company that I worked for was building parts of the Salt Lake Olympics,
Oh, okay.
and they were working on the course for bobsledding and luging and skeleton. And one of my colleagues who was working on it, I happened to be there for a meeting for something else. And he said, can you go over and check on something? And that's when I went over to, that's how I got introduced to bobsledding and did my first little fun visitor ride.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you should come to camp. And I was like,
she's got talent.
Sure. Why not?
sure, I'll go
Glass
to camp.
blowing, bobsledding.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're catching on, Susan.
Yeah, I got it. So fully invested now. Fully invested.
So anyway, but that's why I didn't train there.
Les is a lot like me, but with different hobbies.
We're we're sisters from another mister, but so I didn't train there. That's where I tried it out, and then I did the rest of it was all in Lake Placid. Yeah,
Cool.
Cool.
My grandfather had the first hotel in Lake Placid, New York.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah, the Denons. Yeah. If anybody's listening from Lake Placid.
Of course, of course, someone's listening from.
That's right.
Of course.
Now.
What is this? If.
Yes.
We have listeners from all over the world. We do.
Well, actually, we do. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
This is true.
So anyway, so your world tour is over for now, or
For now, yeah.
Okay, for now.
For now. I'm on
Speaking
pause.
of worlds,
Yeah.
world tour is
I'm
over.
back. I'm back because I got home and my dog. Oh, so my dog and Lola. So Susan,
My dog
my dog
and
is Lola. I can't talk. I'm so. Ugh.
LOA.
LOL. My dog Lola and Susan's dog Bailey are biological sisters. So
That's right. That's
we're
right.
Same letter.
we're like
Yes.
family. We were like family before, but now we've got blood.
Yes, exactly.
But so Lola was happy to see me when I got back from my trip, but Maisie, our cat,
Not so much.
well, so she has her way of expressing anger.
Uh-oh.
It was on my bed. Instead of like a horse head in the bed, Maisie like peed on my bed.
Oh,
Yes,
nice. Welcome home.
And my husband's like, well, she's small and it's her only way to express displeasure. So she was angry. So anyway,
He's very understanding.
yeah, he was very understanding.
My
'Cause-
husband would not be that.
well, because she peed on my side of the bed, not his.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like the moms always get it. It's always the mom's
It's
fault.
truth, right?
It's the truth. It's so true. It's always the mom's fault. So Maisie blamed me. Yeah, because anyway, but I think I got it. It didn't go all the way through.
No need for a new mattress. We
No,
just
I don't,
okay.
I don't think it's that bad. No. But yeah, that's not fun. But yeah, she was not happy.
Remember when I first started dating John and Wilbur? Remember Wilbur the cat?
Yeah.
So John came to visit me, and he was, not happy about sharing us with anybody. So went right in his suitcase and peed. He's like, "You'll never come back again." But
Yeah. But he did,
And now
and they're
I'm married to
married.
him. Yeah.
That's love.
that's right.
That
He
is
tolerated
love.
Wilbur's
Yeah.
piss in his suitcase. Yeah,
Cats
nothing
don't mess
says love like that.
Cats don't mess around. They let you know how they feel. And she's the most loving, sweet cat, but apparently she doesn't like to be left home.
No.
So,
She was like, screw
does?
you guys.
yeah, you're dead to me. I piss on your bed. She's literally pissed off on my bed.
Yeah, literally.
Guess that's where the expression comes from.
Now we know.
Maisie was very pissed off
Yes.
on my bed.
Excellent.
So yeah, so I'll be sticking around for a little while. and maybe putting like a shower curtain under.
Next time you go. Next time you go.
That's actually
Yeah, I think I might. Honestly,
Shut the door.
no, because her litter.
It's a cat.
Yeah, no, but her litter box is in our master bathroom, so that is her turf.
That is her
and Lola.
turf.
She's an upstairs cat. Lola is a downstairs dog. Neither
Sounds like
the
a
two
children's
will
book.
mix.
Upstairs
Yes.
cat and downstairs dog.
That's right. It could be big.
It's a good band name.
Yeah.
Downstairs dog.
Downstairs. Oh, that's good. Downstairs dog. I like that. I like that a lot.
It's going on the list.
It's going on the list. We're always
downstairs dog.
That's right.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
We come up with band names all the time,
Oh, there you
Susan.
go.
So that was perfect.
That was
timing.
What is it? The upstairs cats and the downtown. Wait, is it
Downstairs
dog.
Downstairs dog.
Downstairs dog.
Yeah.
I like
go.
that.
I like it.
It's got a ring to it.
It's going up there with Dutch taco.
Oh, that's hard to choose. Susan, why is your? I'm married to the wrong man. My brain goes wrong direction every time.
So let me ask your opinion.
I just had to stay
on-
quiet over here.
How would you do that? It's hard.
Allow me to get your opinion on the Demons of Woe. What do you think of that band name?
You have to spell whoa.
Woe,
for-
but Woe is W-O-E. No, not
W-H-
W-O-E.
No, no,
W-H-O-A.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Demons of Woe.
I mean, it's. I think I like the upstairs cats, the downstairs cats. Yeah, that one's winning.
Nobody
That
likes
one's-
it. We all hate it.
No.
Leslie came up with it. We all hate it.
Yeah,
I love Leslie, but that's a terrible
No,
band name.
I hate it too. I just had
will
to find
continue.
out. I just
Yes.
had to find out.
She was just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
seeing
Is
what we
this-
were made
Is this
of.
a name for the podcast or a name for a band?
Band.
Band.
What happened to Dolly
Dolly For Sue.
Dollars for
Well, so
is that
Is that
that's the real name.
that's the run.
we
so,
just have
just want to shake it up a little bit?
We just like to
sometimes-
imagine.
or
we've
albums.
had lots of different.
there we go. An album.
We've had lots of different people come in and out of the band over the years. Now, this has been our core group with Christine. And so sometimes we've had almost, down to just the three of us and
Right.
like everybody else was new. So we would give a new band name because it wasn't
We were
really.
cheaper than therapy.
We were
When
cheaper than
Susan's a
therapy for a while,
therapist.
yeah.
There you go.
So we,
I like that.
Every time we have a new iteration of the band, we were like, well, we got to come up with a new band name.
But we've been kind of mostly been Dolly For Sue.
Yeah. And we always come back to the same 4 people.
Yeah. Because nobody else.
It is what it is.
Everyone
it is what
else
it is.
comes and goes, and for some reason they
we just
don't
accept it.
They don't stay with us, and
No.
we're just social misfits.
It's so sad. Oh, he's looking for a button. He can't find the button. Yeah. So in case we get new people interested, we have to
Yeah.
have a band name
and
ready
I
to
like
go.
Downstairs Dog.
Yeah,
Downstairs
the
Dog's good.
Downstairs Dogs.
And we usually come up with albums and T-shirts, all the merch. But,
Yeah.
So we like to
we might
come
have
up
a
with
list. We have
creative
a list.
ideas, but
Yeah.
we're too lazy to actually do it.
It's just a creative process.
It's a
Talking
creative
about
outlet.
it. Yeah.
It's like blowing glass.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
But
and-
easier.
a little bit easier. Not as
little bit
hot.
easier, not as hot.
Not as hot.
How about, what is it? Billy's Bowl? You can do that.
Billy in the Bowl.
Billy in the Bowl.
Billy in
Billy-
the Bowl.
That could be a name.
Billy in the Bowl.
I actually like Billy in the Bowl.
Downstairs Dog's first
Album,
album, Billy in the Bowl.
Yeah.
I like it. I like
And
it.
it can be like a ballad. Billy.
Of course, we never write
had
any music
Big strong arms.
for these albums.
No.
We tried once.
We did try. Actually, we wrote it's Secrets. We wrote a song.
Okay.
um,
Aaron wrote a song.
Aaron wrote a song,
And we were all supposed to add to it.
and the rest of us forgot.
and that was the end of that.
That was the end of that.
But it was a good song. Aaron wrote a nice song.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, and we did. The rest of us, we all dropped the ball, and then we forgot about it and moved on.
April Fool.
New song.
Yeah,
I know. Poor Aaron. He's the only guy.
yeah.
He's the only one that does anything.
Yeah, the rest of us,
The rest of us, we just show up on Thursdays and talk.
just silliness.
Anyway.
Anything else happened this week?
No, and we had a week off and, but I think, we'll have to find out about Christine's,
Want to hear about her race?
her race, because
Big
that's
deal.
exciting.
Where's she running?
Yes.
Guys are
should know.
great band members.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Well, she runs so many.
She runs so many races that we can't keep track.
that's what friends are for.
That's right.
there
it is.
There you go.
brought it
Bringing it
around.
back around. Way to go. Nicely
So
done.
professional. So
That was
professional.
good.
Susan.
That was good. And your tournament is this weekend?
My tournament's this week.
Is it local?
Tournament.
Tournament. I know.
Tournament.
I say tournament. You say tournament. What do you say, Susan?
Now I'm afraid to say it.
I don't know.
Tournament. Tournament.
Tournament?
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that
it's
wrong?
just me.
No, that's right.
Okay.
Tour. Tour.
Tournament. I'm still
Tournament. That's why it
You
happens
say
all the time.
potato. I say potato.
It's like important. Everybody that says important.
I know. You. Yeah.
Important.
Important.
As long as you say supposedly.
Supposedly.
Oh gosh.
Supposedly.
Do you ever hear people say supposedly?
Yeah.
That drives me insane.
Yeah, it's not. It's supposedly.
No.
drives me insane. Supposedly.
Or libraries.
Again, we're not going to touch
No.
No one's touching the libraries. Okay.
Yep.
No.
Right. I remember kids in elementary school saying. So my husband is from Central New York. And speaking of elementary school, he says elementary.
Elementary.
Yeah. And they
Elementary
say
school.
no.
What do you say?
You say elementary.
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 He puts this accent. in there.
Emphasis. He's emphasizing the.
He's
Something
The wrong
used.
emphasis
he
on the wrong
emphasizes
syllable.
the Terry, not the elementary. It's like Sherlock Holmes. It's elementary, my dear.
Oh.
It's not elementary, my dear.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
So anyway. All right. Anyway.
My mother-in-law is from Baltimore, and she says ambulance.
Ambulance?
that's
Really?
I know a lot of people that say it like that.
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
I'm like,
my
oh
mom
my
used to
gosh.
say worse instead of wash.
worse. Yeah, she says
and
worse or
No one
close.
else did. I mean, I guess she said her dad did, but like we never did. I don't think anyone else in the family did. But
No.
yeah.
I think John still says antibiotic.
Oh.
I'm like,
All right. Yeah, we would have to have words.
antibiotic. I'm like,
Antibiotic.
Vitamins versus vitamins.
Vitamins. They say
Vitamins.
that in Europe. They
just
say
sounds-
vitamin.
Vitamins as well as
Aluminium.
aluminium and
Ooh.
decal.
What's decal?
Decal.
Oh,
oh,
Really?
Oh.
decal.
decal. I've never heard that.
I've never heard of that.
Or Adidas for if you're in Europe for Adidas.
Oh,
Adidas.
Oh,
And I was like, what?
I'm like, what?
Did you get your Adidas? And I'm like,
We're probably saying it wrong, right? Because it is a
It's
European
probably, yeah, it is.
No,
product.
we're wrong.
I
So
guess
we're wrong.
I mean,
but that's
wrong.
We're
okay.
wrong with most.
I was going to say
But
that's just kind of the
That's
default.
our way. That's our way.
yeah, that's how it's done.
America.
Yeah. Is there a button for that?
No, we don't. We need an America button.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. I want an America button. Chris is going to insist on an America button. He's going to listen to this podcast and be
America.
like,
Can
oh,
be
you need an America
Yankee
button.
Doodle or
Oh my.
But speaking of things gone wrong, we should probably wrap this up. We've been here a while. It's time to go.
all right.
But thank you, Susan, for
Thank you
sitting
for
in.
letting me be part of this. This
Yeah.
is so fun.
It's craziness. We love it.
You've been to the
know.
dinner party.
I've
See?
been to
Yes.
the dinner party. Yes.
There we
it's
go.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Good times.
Good times. Well, thank you all for joining us for the latest episode of the Set List of Life. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.